I declare open this graduation ceremony. Can I ask you all to please take your seats? Friends, colleagues, and most importantly, you graduating students, welcome to this Ulster University graduation ceremony. Let's start as we mean to go on and just say to our class of 2023, congratulations, and I'm going to start off with a round of applause. As Chancellor of Ulster University, it is a privilege for me to preside over this today. The most important day of the university year, your graduation. The day where all come together to celebrate you and what you have achieved. It's also a personal privilege for me as I graduated from Ulster 32 years ago. But this isn't about me. Today is all about you. It is a celebration and we want you to make the most of it. When you come across the stage, do take your time. There is no rush. You'll be surprised at the number of times people just breeze right past me and forget I'm even there. So please don't rush. I will meet you and I'm happy to shake hands or fist bump. And it says here, or whatever you're comfortable with. I'm not quite sure what that means, but let's just keep it to either a handshake or a fist bump, or even a high five. Please just make sure to pause long enough to get your photo done, because there's a photographer just here. For everyone in the audience, when your loved one comes across the stage, feel free to applaud, shout, cheer, however you want to make yourself heard. And again, it says here, we actively encourage enthusiastic support, whatever that means. I can see from your faces just how proud you are of these graduates and their success, and rightly so. On days like today, I'm reminded of the words of former US President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who said, "We may not be able to prepare the future for our children, but we can at least prepare our children for the future." Mums, dads, family members, you have done a fantastic job of preparing the graduating students here today and for the future. Your role in shaping their minds and supporting them over the course of their time here has been critical in getting them to where they are today, and we sincerely thank you for that. I also want to pay particular tribute to our mature students who are graduating here today. You made the deliberate and wise choice to further your education, and in doing so, have recognized the importance of lifelong learning. Such a decision is not always an easy one, but I hope that today proves that it was worth it. I know that there are husbands, wives, partners, and friends who have been integral in supporting you on this journey. I know that all of our graduates will want to thank those who have helped them along the way. So let's, folks, if you don't mind, give them a round of applause. Give a round of applause to your family and friends just to show your appreciation. Graduating students, it's not only the people sitting behind you and beside you who are proud of you. The people behind me on this stage, and indeed all of your lecturers and professional services staff, are also incredibly proud of your achievement. They have had the privilege of getting to know each of you individually, and they have watched your struggles, your times of self-doubt, and celebrated your successes. They have every faith in you. They believed in you. They knew you could do it. And you did. Today marks a momentous personal milestone. It represents the culmination of years of dedicated study, effort, determination, and commitment. You don't need me to tell you that. I'm sure each of you remember the nerves and the sense of anticipation when you entered your first class, when you were concerned about whether or not you would make new friends, whether you had made the right choice of course, whether you were really ready for this next step in your life, and whether you would ever make it to the end of the course and to your graduation. For many of you, those concerns were amplified by spending your first year of university online as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. And we thank you for bearing with us during that time. But your perseverance has paid off. Look at you now. You did make it through that first lecture. You made friends, you completed your course, and now you are graduating. Along the way, you have developed the knowledge and skills you need to take the next step in your careers or entrepreneurial endeavour. One indicator of this success is, of course, the qualification you are formally receiving here today. Harder to measure, but just as important to us at Ulster University, is the ambition we foster, the self-belief we develop, and the hope and potential that is so evident amongst you all. We truly believe that you have everything it takes to make a positive impact in your chosen field and in our society more broadly. You have all the skills and knowledge that you need, not only the academic, but the knowledge of yourself and of your ambitions and dreams. Of course, that knowledge you have and those dreams you have developed will not all be the same, but they will be yours. There is a well-known saying that knowledge is power, but actually, what you do with that can be equally, if not even more, powerful. Take the optimism and confidence of today. Remember every effort that it took to get here and use all of those things to go after whatever it is you want to do next. And we at Ulster University will be with you as you do. You are now part of a vibrant, welcoming, supportive and inspiring Ulster University alumni community. We will remain some of your biggest champions and supporters. We will continue to provide you with opportunities to stay involved with the university. Although many of you have left the university campus, you are not leaving the Ulster University network. As part of a vibrant and active alumni community, which represents the more than 200,000 graduates spread all over the world, I would encourage you to keep in touch. We want to keep up to date with how you are getting on and to celebrate your successes with you. But we also want to continue to provide you with the opportunities for partnerships, collaborations, and indeed to inspire those who will follow you through the corridors of this university. You leave behind a very important legacy for them too, of success and accomplishment that will empower them and their ability to achieve. Do not underestimate that and the impact you're already having in this world. I urge each of you to never stop expanding your minds and growing the knowledge and skills which you have acquired. Be curious, be innovative, and ready to take on and use new knowledge as the world around us changes at an ever-increasing pace. We can only imagine the journey that each of you have ahead of you. The only certainty is that it will be yours and yours alone. A journey that will be different for each and every one of you. However, to reach your chosen destination, each of these journeys will have one thing in common. They will require you to be the very best version of yourself. Regardless of your subject area, you are now the disruptive innovators, the critical thinkers, the problem solvers, the creative minds, the entrepreneurs, the very citizens of our shared world who will have such an influence in the future of our society. In that spirit, be bold, be brave, be determined, and believe in yourself. The author Christian D. Larson once said, "Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle." So I will say it again, and I hope you will remember it long after this ceremony here today. Believe in yourself, because we at Ulster University believe in you. Please enjoy your day, and congratulations. Thank you very much. So, in accordance with the wishes of the Senate, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer honorary degrees, and other academic distinctions of the University of Ulster on those named in the conferment list approved by the Senate. I call upon Professor Seawright, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, to present Michael Longley for the honorary degree of Doctor of Fine Arts.
Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, ladies, gentlemen and graduating students. Ulster University awards honorary doctorates to individuals in recognition of the outstanding contribution they are making in their chosen fields. We believe those receiving honorary doctorates are inspirational role models for graduating students. They are people to whom you can look up to, whose experience and achievements may give you some ideas or encouragement as you embark on your own journey. In this context, I'm truly delighted to present Michael Longley for an honorary degree of Doctor of Fine Art. Michael Longley is without doubt one of this island's most important poets. He may feel uncomfortable with that statement, but that assessment of the significance of his work by critics, juries and peers is absolutely unequivocal. Longley's standing in the arts in Northern Ireland is unparalleled. He represents the pinnacle of achievement in the field of poetry and is also recognised as a public figure and champion for the arts. He was born in Belfast in 1939 and educated at the Royal Belfast Academical Institution, going on to read classics at Trinity College Dublin, where he met Edna Broderick, whom he married in 1964, and we're honoured to have Edna with us today. Edna Longley went on to become one of the leading literary critics of her generation and has had an equally impactful career. Longley describes Edna as the best critic in these islands. Most of the critics that interest me have been poets, but here is someone who comes along and loves it as much as we do. She has a perfect ear and is a person I show a poem to first. He joked in a Guardian article that if it wasn't for her, my verve would be 3 times the size it is now and 3 times as bad. Their shared love of art and the arts is recognized throughout the wider artistic community, for together they have mentored, supported, encouraged and celebrated all forms of creative and cultural activity in this place. And I know many who would want us to thank them both for that. Michael published his first collection of poetry, No Continuing City, Poems 1963 to 68 in 1969. And during the 70s published 3 other collections, An Exploded View in 1973, Man Lying on a Wall in 1976, and The Echo Gate in 1980. He joined the Arts Council of Northern Ireland in 1970, working in literature and the traditional arts as combined arts director, before taking early retirement from the post in 1991. Peter MacDonald from Oxford University has written extensively on his career and work, and wrote that he worked at the Arts Council during some of the darkest days in Ireland, and he got his hands dirty by staying in Belfast when the lure of the creative writing professorship must have been great. He did the frontline cultural work at a time when culture seemed like the last thing that mattered to anyone. And while the toiling away took its toll, the work was itself a creative act. And although that might have been a fallow period for writing, the impact of his work encouraging and supporting others and driving cultural interventions in communities during that difficult time should really not be underestimated. Gorse Fires was published by Secker and Warburg in 1991 on leaving the Arts Council, and it was a triumph, winning the Whitbread Poetry Award and launching a significant and productive second phase of his writing career. Ulster University recently curated an exhibition currently on show at Boston College on the poet Gerald Daw. In it is a letter from Michael, giving advice on how to be a poet to a young, ambitious writer graduating from Ulster here in Coleraine in 1974. The letter is full of great advice. Tighten up on form, you're inclined to ramble a bit. Encouragement, I would be very surprised indeed if you didn't continue to write poetry. And a list of poets writing now that he might explore, including Derek Mahon, Heaney, Larkin, Ted Hughes, and James Simmons. That generosity, rooted in a deep passion for writing and for poetry, exemplifies a man who has not just inspired a generation of writers through his poetry, but in many other less visible ways. Michael became Writer Fellow at Trinity College Dublin in 1993. He has written widely on the arts in Northern Ireland, contributing to magazines and journals, written scripts for BBC Radio. He is a Fellow of the Royal Society of Literature and a member of Áistreana, the leading affiliation of Irish artists engaged in literature, music, and the visual arts. In 2010, he was appointed Commander of the Order of the British Empire in the Queen's Birthday Honours, and in 2015, he received the Ulster Tatler Lifetime Achievement Award. Last year, he received the major European Poetry Prize, the 2022 Feltrinelli International Prize for Poetry, awarded every 5 years by the Academy of the Lynxes in Rome. The prize is one of the most prestigious arts awards, worth €250,000, and recognises the international standing of his work. The Academia said Longley is an extraordinary poet of landscape, particularly the Irish West, which he observes with the delicate and passionate attention of an ecologist and a tragic singer of Ireland and its dramatic history. But with his poetry, he has also addressed seduction, conquest, and fascination of love, as well as the shock of war in all ages, the tragedy of the Holocaust and of the gulags, and the themes of loss, grief, and pity. For a poet who has won the biggest poetry prizes in the world, he remains surprisingly modest. And he really has won pretty much everything that one might hope to win in his field. He was awarded the T.S. Eliot Prize, the Hawthornden Prize, the Irish Times Poetry Now Award, the American Ireland Fund Literary Award, the Griffin International Prize. In 2001, he received the Queen's Gold Medal for Poetry, and in 2003, the Wilfred Owen Award, and from 2007 to 2010 was Ireland Professor of Poetry. In 2017, he received the Pinter Prize, and in 2018, the inaugural Yakimuchi Medal. In 2015, he was made a Freeman of the City of Belfast. In another artefact retrieved from the Ulster University archive is a handwritten inscription that Michael made on a collection of his poems that he presented to the great John Hewitt in July 1973. It reads, "To my friend John Hewitt, a badger, with affectionate regards from Michael Longley, a mole. Badger in Wind in the Willows is shy, universally respected, and of great standing in his community of peers. And Mole is the young, enthusiastic, risk-taking one who looks up to Badger and recognises his reputation and position. Might I suggest, Michael, that since writing that, you have been Badger to many a Mole. We all hope that you still have many more years writing left in you, for you are and have been an inspiration for a generation of aspiring writers and a beacon of positivity and influence for the arts here in Northern Ireland, and it is our honour to recognise your contribution and achievements here today. Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present Michael Longley for the honorary degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa.
McElfatrick, Dean of the Ulster Doctoral College, to present candidates.
Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, Samuel Gary Becton. Christina Curran. Louise Margaret Hanna. Nicola Ann Marlowe. Eugenie Scott. Roisin Shannon. Declan Joseph Sheehan. Maria Stewart. David Glendar Wall. The degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Life and Health Sciences, Sims Adi Adu. Asim Ali. Ngozi Mary Alice Andaiki Danes. Judith Sarah Elner Baird. Amy Coulter Parkhill. Stephanie Priscilla Gill. Susan Kelly. Amanda Kowalczyk. Richard Love. Thomas John McCaig. Sharon Julie Moore. Robert Mzungo Runya. Nathan Allen Scott. Anya Shritar. Mayu Cynthia Stafford. Keith Thomas. Raymond Kyle Wilson. The degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Business and Management, Amy Heaps. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from the Doctoral College.
Thank you, Professor. I call upon Professor Connolly, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, to present candidates.
Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for the Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Art and Design, Leonie Hill. Jessica Nikita Howard. James Maguire. Emily Roberta McCall. Melissa Ann McKee. Brenna Mary Meehan. Emily Jane Scott. Emily Karen Shaw. Lauren Caroline Young. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in English for Drama and Media Studies, Stephen Connolly. Kira Kelly. Stuart Dylan Kilmartin. Michaela King. Pavel Victor Kolobov. Sean Christopher Lewis. Rebecca Mary Linus. Stacey Ann McCreary. Seamus Joseph Murphy. The Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Geography, Jordan Courtney Blaine. Lauren Michelle Burke. Claire Cunningham. Emma Rose Flood. Erin Jennings. Kim Laverne Jones. Tom James Lowry. Neve McElroy. Robert John Morrow. Micah Joel Stevenson. Louise Frances Mabel Watterson. The Postgraduate Certificate in Education in History, Daniel Paul Downey. Alison Louise Hanna. Georgia Hewitt. Brooklyn Eve Jameson. David Miller Kirk. Kate Marie McGrath. Jordan John William McCune. Luke Campbell McWatters. Tanya Murray. The Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Home Economics, Hannah Bell. Hannah Benson. Anna Bingham. Janet Louise Blair. Neve Karen Brown. Philippa Carson. Emma Marie Catterson. Ellie Edgar. Hilary Martha Elizabeth Fagan. Brona Gallagher. Erin McCann. Rose McGuigan. Dervla Ann McMenamin. The Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Music, Gary Curley. Nadine Fiorentini. Sarah Jo Loney. Darina Catherine McCockley. Neve McCloskey. Erin McNally. Chloe Esther McNeil. Colin Joseph Mohan. The Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Physical Education, Nikki Barclay. Dominic Bradley. Ellen Marie Bradley. Maeve Deary. Jack Hazard. Roisin Mary McAlean. Lydia Montgomery. Tiernan Morton. Rian Pegram. The Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Primary Education, Niall Adams. Megan Elizabeth Barnes. Carol Michelle Bishop. Talifa Bradley. Michael John Burks. Lauren Jessica Clifford. Hannah Louise Collins. Lorraine Cox. Ellen Frances Elizabeth Crampsey. Ashlyn Bridget Crossy. Lindsay Ann Curry. Amy Rose Donnelly. Caitlin Bridget Graydon. Rachel Heather Haffey. Kathy Christina Hart. Dominic Joseph Hazlitt. Ellen Elizabeth King. Mark Samuel Derek Kinnear. Sarah Claire Logan. Patricia Teresa Grace McDyer. Sophie McMahon. Orla Claire Morrison. Megan Pentland. Rebecca Robinson. Sarah Scott. Alana Margaret Trimble. Carrie Alexandra White. Amy Yates. The Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Technology and Design, Laura Doherty. Nicole Maria Henderson. Kevin McLaughlin. Carla Ann O'Kane. Tony Margaret Rose Parkhill. Thomas Robert Priestley. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English and Diploma in Professional Practice, Rosie Connor. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English, Chloe Lauren Gardner. Max Leary. Caitlin McKay. Elizabeth Toogood Tinsley Cairns. Morgan Savannah Carr. Shanice Hannah Jane Clayton. Charlotte Sonia Doak. Lydia Jane Galbraith. Caitlin Hannah. Nicole Elise King. Charlotte Ann June McCune. Erin McKernan. Shannon Ruth O'Brien. Nicole Simpson. Shannon Jane Stevenson. Iman Zatari. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English and History, Leah Ann Emery. Benjamin Thomas Veal. Chloe Natasha Heslip. Hannah McDermott. Sophia Catherine Simpson. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English with Education, Hannah Martha Jones. Amy Moore. Abby Rebecca Phyllis Mullen. Sarah Sharp. Abigail Madeline Eleanor Halligan. China Jade Stevie Knight. Sarah McCallion. Louise McLenaghan. Megan Elizabeth Margaret McAllister. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in History, Adam Thomas Leonard Barrett. Michael James Cahill. Jonathan David Feeney. Kiva Greenberg. Kerry McCoy. Jonathan Andrew Mooney. Adam Muirhead. Ailish Pordrageen Campbell. Nathan Crudden. Aidan Davey. Adam Thomas Duff. Thomas Gribben. Ellie Jane Hannah. Sitara Jackie Lockins. Connor McDade. Francesca McKay. Lauren Ann Mitchell. Lauren Catherine Moore. Aoife O'Neill. Jay Rowan. Cameron Steenson. Matthew Jones. Niall Larkin. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in History with Education, Ryan Conway. Ronan Francis Kane. Heather Murphy. Holly Riley. Ava Alexandra Beattie. Beth Cameron. Cody Alexandra Hagan. Ann-Erin Herink. Jamie Ian Kelly. Laura McKendry. Josh James Mills. Ronan James Mullen. Katie Mulvenna. Tara Sanders. Emma Louise Scullion. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in History with English, Neve Sarah Bennett-Dix. Bradley Richard McLaughlin. David Samuel Thomas Robb. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Journalism, Sophie Fletcher. Rebecca Elizabeth Ann Lockhart. Shane Moore. Emily Jane Carroll. Adam Lavelle. Aaron McGurk. Jack Tibbetts. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Journalism with Education, Ben Jonathan Alexander Annett. Eloise Martin. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Journalism with English, Amanda Jane Faulkner. Claire McGuckin. Kaylee Tennyson. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Journalism with History, Thomas Hunter. Clodagh McAllister. Magnus Dunn. Patrick Sharkey. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Interactive Media and Diploma in Professional Practice, Lawrence Adair. Jack Burden. Matthew James Alexander Caves. Mia Dixon. Ethan Hill. Limis Minelga. Cassie Kennis Robb. Michelle Ann Campbell. Jack Hayes. Holly McCartney. Adele Scott Murphy. Thomas McCleary. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Interactive Media, Bethany Ellen Rosborough. Michael Hitchen. Ethan Sharkey. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences.
Professor, thank you very much. I now call upon our honorary graduate, Dr. Longley, to address the congregation on behalf of those who have been presented. Thank you.
This will be a very brief address, but congratulations to everyone who received their certificates. A day you'll remember for the rest of your lives. I started to try to write poetry when I was 16 years old. I remember my first near miss, my first failure. It was called Song of a Night Watchman. I went from my Belfast school to Trinity College Dublin, where it took me ages to produce a poem good enough to appear in the Trinity Literary Magazine. And several years after that, to write my first true poem. In one of his dialogues, Plato says, "Kalapa ta kala." The beautiful things are difficult. So, I've been trying to write poetry for nearly 70 years. I meet folk from my past who question me, "Are you still writing poetry?" They make it sound like stamp collecting. Occasionally I'm asked, "What use is poetry?" To which I reply, "No use at all." But of course, it has value, profound value. Poetry is my religion. It's my way of making sense of the world. Poetry, like all the arts, is like a small gland in the body, the pituitary gland, say, the size of a walnut. Small and unnoticed it may be, but if it is removed, the body dies. I believe that poetry is a normal human activity. It is about all the things that happen to human beings and to the world. Poetry is the fruit of our deepest natures. I would add that true poetry haunts us. We remember it without trying to. We read a true poem again and again. We carry it in our heads. A true poem is inexhaustible. I'm honoured and moved by this occasion, which recognises my poetry. It proves to me that in our culture, poetry endures. I'll close with a short poem, a very short poem, a poem that's about poetry, and it's called Poem. Every syllable, shh, has to go on reverberating as though your mouth were a Tibetan singing bowl. Thank you, Chancellor.
Dr. Longley, thank you for those words. And if I may, from a personal point of view, thank you for your unique way of shining a light to the world on us from this place. How you have, in some ways, inspired us and directed us on how we might live. And thank you for those enduring words which you have written for the last 50 plus years, which will continue after we've long gone. Also, very personally, thank you for your friendship. And I now call upon Michael Burks, a new graduate in the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, to propose a vote of thanks.
Chancellor, academic staff, class of 2023, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends. I am privileged to be able to speak to you on behalf of the Ulster University students here today. Privileged and more than a little bewildered. There are actual doctors being celebrated here today, and yet they give the speech to a man who spent the last 4 weeks of his placement being called Mr. Poop by a class of 8-year-olds. So before I begin into the speech proper, I'd like to take a second to enjoy the silence in the room as I speak. As my PGC students would agree, this doesn't always happen when a teacher's at the front of the classroom, unless you deploy some sort of classroom management strategy that ends up resembling some sort of rain dance. So thank you. Tomorrow will mark 44 weeks since we began our PGCE adventure right here on the campus of Ulster University. I think it's fair to say that we were unaware of what exactly lay ahead of us over the course of the next 9 months or so. We had all come through online interviews and storytelling videos to get to the course itself, with some of us going all out and turning our homes into sets from children's TV shows in order to show the judging panel our skills. But once the course started properly, we were all taken aback by the workload that was being expected of us in a relatively short space of time. Hindsight, of course, is a wonderful thing, and I stand here today fully accepting and understanding of why that was the case. We were doing a course that was essentially cramming 4 years of work into one, and the pace had to match this for us to cover all the topics needed in our teacher education. However, take a look around you today at the people sat to your left and to your right. They are here with you today on graduation day, showing that they not only overcame these challenges, but that they flourished and grew as people and teachers as a result. Resource hand-in days were always a particular highlight during the past year. For those not in the know, before each placement in a school, we would have to not only complete all the paperwork necessary around our subject and lesson plans, but we'd also create our own physical resources to go with these lessons in order to aid the learning. Between us all, I don't know how many paper plate clocks and number fans we made, but one thing is for sure. If teaching doesn't work out, we are all overqualified for a place on Blue Peter. As stressful and long as these days can be, with my own personal record being 41 hours a week, they can also bring out the best qualities that we have as a group. And these range from helping each other ship resources from the car to the classroom, like a mighty army of teaching ants, to providing sweet treats and hugs to those who felt a little overwhelmed by the need to present their hard work like it was going into some crazy new art exhibit. The people I have been blessed to share this course with are nothing short of legends, and the schools that they work in the future will be lucky to have them. The PGCE course may have been a challenge, but it also provided us with many great memories and experiences to look back at with a smile. One of these was our trip to York, to the National STEM Learning Centre. The purpose of the trip was to increase our knowledge and understanding of science so that we could better deliver similar lessons in our future classrooms. And whilst it did tick this box, it also allowed us to spend more time with each other outside of the classroom setting and enjoy each other's company without having to worry about driving home, making dinners, and sorting out our family lives. We are also very lucky to have the post-primary tutors take some of our lessons with us in the university. They were able to bring their expertise around subjects like art, drama, and music, and share them with us in a way that we could be using them in a primary setting. One music lesson with Paul McQueen, the video of which we were fortunate enough to rewatch as a group recently, had us all singing at the top of our lungs to a song called Freedom Train, meandering around the classroom as we did so. This lesson was enjoyed by our full quota of students before some had to make the difficult decision to step back. And so to see us all happy and working together is a memory that I will hold for a very long time to come. A final memory of mine is that of the formal. Not just for the stunning outfits and equally stunning sunset backdrop, but for the realization a lot of us felt that night that we were 99% of the way to becoming teachers, with only one more week of placement to go. Seeing the glow and relief on the faces of those in attendance stands out for me as we began to take stock of what we had achieved and accomplished over the preceding year. Now, this wouldn't be a very good vote of thanks if I didn't actually start thanking some people, so that's what I'm going to take some time to do now, and I do so on behalf of all our graduates here today. To the deans, lecturers, support staff, you are the reason that we're all sat here today. You've shared your expertise with us for the last 9 months or more, shaping us into employable, professional teachers, some of whom are available from work from September onwards, and if there's any principals in the area, CVs are at the back. But in all seriousness, thank you for giving us the skills that we need to make a career out of what we love to do. And to Sam and Sarah at the front desk, thank you for not losing your mind at our many requests and questions around parking passes and door key cards. You are the backbone of a wonderful university and should get the credit for always being bright and approachable, even if Sam will deny ever being called such things. To our families, friends, partners, and loved ones, thank you for being the emotional support network that we've all needed to survive the last year. You're all worth your weight in gold, especially those who chipped in and helped make the resources to lighten the load of those sat here in front of me today. You are our constant and our inspiration, and I hope that we all did you proud. To our fellow students who didn't quite make the finish line this time, I applaud you for making a brave move, and I look forward to congratulating you on the undoubted future successes you will all have. You were and are missed by this group, and you will always be a Class 2023 student in my eyes. And finally, to my fellow graduates, we did it. I have learned so much from all of you in so many different ways. A special shout out has to go to those who have travelled many miles to Coleraine every day and then returned home to support and feed young families on top of everything that this course threw at you. You are a testament to what can be achieved when you want something enough and are willing to work hard for it. I'm honoured to be stood here today representing us all as graduates, and I will miss sharing this university with you all. To bring this vote of thanks to a close, those of you who know me well know that I've always wanted to be a superhero. Sadly, however, there's no university degree for that, or I would have been a professor by now. My fellow graduates and I may never be as rich as Batman, be able to fly like Superman, or make kicking butt look as cool as Wonder Woman, but we do have our own power. We have the power to create the next generation of inventors, astronauts, teachers, and doctors, some of whom may go on to cure diseases and save lives. And that, to me, is the coolest superpower around. Thank you.
Nigel, thank you very much for those words. Can I go back 50 years, please, and be in your class? If I meet you outside, you'll forgive me if I forget some of your names. But please do enjoy the rest of the day. I now declare this graduation ceremony closed, and I invite the new graduates to join the academic procession. Thank you.